It's been a battle getting to fill up offices vacant in this country, from president to governors to House of Assembly to Senate and all that. So, but in the heat of all these, the president-elect has made something very remarkable, has said something that I think you all should listen to. Quite disheartening, but it's fine. So listen to him right now. He spoke largely in Yoruba, but I would interpret to the best of my understanding just after his video. Watch.
Àwọn ọmọ wọn kéékèèké wọ́n á lọ sílé ìwòsàn wọn, wọ́n á gbóògùn ọ̀fẹ́, wọ́n á rí ìtọ́jú ọ̀fẹ́ tó bá ti kọjá 12-year-old. Á dẹ̀ tún gbé yẹn lọ sókè, á dá ilé ṣẹlẹ̀ fún wọn, wọ́n ń kọ́ṣẹ́. A lè dá wọn dúró, àwọn àjèjì tó ń yá wa Èkó. Tẹ́kọ̀ ò bá dáa, tó bá jẹ́ àrùn ló ń ṣe wọ́n bí, tó bá jẹ́ àìfọkànbalẹ̀ ló ń ṣe wọ́n bí, tó bá jẹ́ àìríṣe ló bá wọn bí, wọn ò ní máa wà. Àwọn tó ń yabo Èkó tí wọ́n kúrò lù wọ́n tó ń wá sẹ́kọ̀ọ́, àní wípé kọ́ máa wà. A lè sọ pé wọ́n dá fún ìgbìyànjú wa. Eléyìí tó kù ó di
Síwájú.
I'm not Yoruba, and but I've had people try to translate and interpret what he said to me, and the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu went on to say that a lot of these persons left their villages to Eko, Lagos, as children, some 12 years of age, and then came into the town, and then they accommodated them, fed them, accepted them, but some of them now are beginning to bite the fingers that fed them. He went on to giving a proverbial illustration of the hen that just arrived in a new place. Remember that Proverbs, hen gets to a new place, you're supposed to raise one leg so you can acclimatize and all that. But one would expect that someone who is being regarded to as an elder statesman, an illustrious son of Nigeria, a pan-Africanist, a nationalistic person, would not be making statements like this in trying to elevate a tribe above another. I don't know. I don't know so much. Maybe I'm not educated enough. Maybe, and I don't want to be educated to this point where I begin to feel that people leave villages, where I begin to think that every other city in this country is a village, and anybody that has come into my environment doesn't contribute to the economic, social well-being of the society. Somehow, it invalidates whatever contributions these certain tribes is trying to talk about right now in the video has brought in and all that. Meanwhile, another Yoruba man, quite younger, maybe do not even were not schooled in Chicago, maybe never had any time stayed outside of this country for several years, maybe do not have all the millions that Bola Ahmed Tinubu had, has responded and has made a very emphatic statement that is now trending on social media that I want all of us to see. Watch Eni Oluwa response to all the tribalistic and ethnic backlash happening around. And then I take this personally as a response to Bola Ahmed Tinubu's unhealthy, unstrategic, poor, weak, and very disappointing video.
Things are not funny, they should not be said, you should not write them, and they should not even be in your mind. Saying things like, go back to where you're from, this is not your land, Omo Igbo, Omo Yoruba. Stop it, stop it. You're slowly creating hate in the minds of people. You're slowly building a tribal clash that even you yourself cannot handle. And it's going to trickle down into everything. If you don't know the effects of these things, go and read. It's going to trickle down into marriages, into communal living. People are going to start to have selfish interest, into employment, into admissions, and it's going to affect everybody. You're saying it now because it benefits you until these people start to retaliate. You're a black person, you go to another country, you demand fairness, but in your own country you can't treat other people fairly. And let me tell you something, these people you are making bold statements for, if anything happens, they will jackpot and leave you to face the consequences. Stop spewing hate in the minds of people. Stop it. Stop making tribalistic statements. We are one Nigeria, and stop fueling hate in the minds of people. Thank you.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. In Nigeria, there are recruits who are leading, and then generals are sitting. And then these generals may be the one earning the money and earning the respect, but they are recruits. There are several preachers who are on the pulpit that are preaching to people who are newcomers, but these newcomers have more deepening understanding and even better wisdom in the education of practice and lifestyle. Several Nigerians are students, but their teachers do not know half of what they know. You would think that any Oluwa being an entertainer and someone who do not have all the exposure and education would not be talking like this, and the Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not be talking. But you see the swap. Any Oluwa seems to now have more sense than a man who has been elected to being president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It's disappointing, and some of you are here side. I'm going to also get backlash for this, and people are going to attack me and say leave him alone. But is this fair? And then you do not, like Enioluwa say, you are not checking the implications of this trickling of this tribalistic, ethnocentric situation that we are creating for us. So many of you going on social media because you have keypads, you have data, to causing Igbos and several other tribes who you said came from villages to Lagos do not even have access to basic amenities. Somebody was in my DM today, and maybe I've told the person if he does it again, I'm going to go all out against him, right? Trying to come and bully me. Yoruba, right? Congratulations. But then you cannot even stand face to face in looking at me and say you are more successful than I am, but you are celebrating nuisances. And then several of the people that you insult are multi-millionaires and billionaires. These guys can pay you for several years, or your generation, and they can feed, accommodate, train, groom, employ the whole of your family. But then, because you have been told that your tribe is superior, you are hitting at them on public spaces. There are several companies in this country that are owned and managed by other tribes in this country, that are not Yorubas, and they are paying Yorubas and every other person in this country. You don't care. A time will come in this country, you will have to be playing your tribe if you don't deal with these issues. And some of you are laughing. There are spokespersons of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that are making quite very tribalistic statements. And then it's unfortunate that nobody can call them to order. MC Oluomo has been training other tribes in this country. Sanwo-Olu, Tinubu never called MC Oluomo to order. In all the statements he made, though the one, including the police commissioner, saying that it was a joke. Because you know why? They are benefiting from it. And guess what? Like Oluwa said, God bless you, bro. God bless you. These guys have got access to better life. They will fly out of this country when the war starts. The situation that led to the genocide in Rwanda, it not reach like this, oh, it not reach like this. We are joking. We are sitting on God. And then DSS is waiting for who will make a statement from background so they will pick. And then people that are creating the remote cause of a potential war in this country are not being called to order. Nobody has been invited. We hear there's the National Human Rights Commission that is likely going to invite. I'm sure by now the DSS should be invited, but of course, he who pays the piper dictates the tune. Several insinuating statements that kind of make it be. People are inciting violence, so it's not really mockery we are talking about. The North heard it, Hausas heard it, the Igbos. I don't even care again about the politicking in this country. I don't care about what we do. But I'm careful now to understand that Nigerians have been sold a bad mentality. And guess what? It is the politicians and people benefiting from these politicians. Now calm yourself down. Take it easy. Calm down and listen. You don't know where your next meal is going to come from. Some of you have access to your next meal. But just in case there is a situation in this country, immediately, these guys will have access to their diplomatic passport and some of the connections they have. They'll be told, they'll be taken they'll be smuggled out of this country, maybe to Ghana or Togo or Cameroon or Benin Republic. From there, they can relocate themselves and their family. What will happen to you? And you think it's just male, it's just normal. Just normal. Ask the people that saw or go and read or watch about the Civil War. You'll be careful. Nigerians, and that's the president-elect, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, making very funny statements. It's disappointing, no? And I'll be so disappointed. The elections has come and gone. I believe that the court will take its precedence and give the mandate to who won it. But then I'm more disappointed with all this nonsense happening. We are allowing politicians to create division among us. This is you that do not even have a job. You are seeking for a job. You don't know where your next meal is coming from, but you are causing a whole tribe. God forbid. Because you have been told that these guys want to take over your land. There are several of you, there are several of your tribe who are in different countries around the world seeking for better life. But because you're in Lagos and there is no reflection of excellence in your life, oh, I'm tired. I'm telling you, I'm tired. Tired. Nigerians, I'm tired. I thought we were going to have a game-changing master plan this time. I thought Nigerians were ready to get. We are still allowing the dictates of certain persons who benefit from these circumstantial creations that they have put into us to affect our lives. They are continually oppressing us and suppressing us with their own tactics that benefit them only. Because this tribal sentiment in voting and in conversations benefits them. Now they got Yoruba votes to get him to power. We will wait. We will wait if it's only Igbo people that will suffer when there is a bad government. Instead of us to drill our people and tell them to do the right thing, we are listening to their language. We are listening to their mother tongue. Most Nigerians will drink poison as long as it is served to them with their ethnic glass. And whether this is from Igbo or from Yoruba or from Hausa or from Fulani or from Edo or from Ibibio, whatever you do that gives you an impression that people do not have equal right and privilege in a country like Nigeria, a disgrace. No matter your education, no matter your exposure. I'm a Benin man. I'm sure that on my street there are several tribes who own houses and own businesses. I don't go to a business center to buy fuel or go to a place to buy food or buy anything and ask whose tribe is it. I have businesses. I've made friends with a lot of people across the globe. I've traveled a bit too privilegedly, and I can tell you, some persons take them away from this environment that you see there. You have the one to help them. They will get to a new place and see prosper. But what about you? Is it the Igbo man's prosperous business? I saw a tweet where people were saying that when they finally take over, it is a Bano supermarket that they are going to handle. You have not been able to open a kiosk. You will still bring it down. Let them give it to you. This is now anywhere they reach, you will prosper. People left villages and came to your city, and now they are now multi-millionaires, some of them billionaires. You that own the city, what have you produced? I beg you, please share this video. It is my own testament. Testament, right? To adding my voice to the nonsense happening in our country. Share it. Let this also be your own contribution. This tribalistic and ethnocentric activism will not help us. If we do not believe that all of us in this country are one Nigeria, and that this focus also focus, the enemy is the political class that is less than 1% of us. They are allowing their divisive strategy to cause separation among us. That we continually get divided enough that we can't fight them. We're almost there this time. Suddenly, the tribal conversations happened. They set it, they plan it, they strategize, and they push it around. May God help us. For Bola Ahmed Tinubu, again, you have shown who you are. Chameleon. It's unfortunate that I can even mention that you are president-elect of this country. And I gave it to you, right? But then, of course, you want a certificate to return. I know you will return it. But disappointing. Element like that should not even for any reason hold a microphone in a public place in this country. But then the political class who knows what they want, they push people like that and give them power to continually benefit them and their pocket. And the constitution stands against tribalistic and religious politicking. But that's a man who has called him. Who can? We are the ones to suffer. Now my own they find. Now me they say now they my back, you are watching me. God bless Nigeria.
So if Nigeria is calling me, you what Nigeria is saying. Can I know what she's saying? Let me tell you what I'm hearing from Nigeria. Maybe you're not hearing the same. I'm hearing a 62-year-old grandmother. My friend Alex Okoto told me this. 62-year-old grandmother. I'm seeing that there. Raped, robbed, gang raped by many people. And she's calling, Yomi, save me. Tulayo, save me. No, save me. She's calling for Nigeria, save me. 62-year-old grandmother. Many people are even queuing right now to take their own turn to go there and rape her further, rob her further, loot, take from her. Nobody wants to protect her. All you want to do is go there, do your own and get out. Nigeria's call. Obey, obey. me. I'm sinking, I'm dying. Banditry daily, insecurity everywhere. I'm dying, save me. They've taken over $2 million, 2 million barrels of oil. They've ripped 1 million every day. I see others saying, let's go and rape her mom. Let's go and rob her mom. And nobody wants to save her. Can you imagine a helpless old woman crying and saying, look at other women being taken care of by the people. Look at me being robbed, raped, and gang raped every day. Who will save me? Who will rescue me? Nigerians call. I don't think we hear that call. Only those that understand duty of patriots will hear that call. Oh, the Ezekiels of this world heeded that call. We will build the nation. Oh, the Awolowo's of this world heeded that call years ago. Let's build this country. Oh, this down and they heeded that call. All kind of leaders before now heeded that call. The current leaders they are serving their